Welcome to Queensland. It is 2 days later, 800 kilometers further up north, and Harry is still in the motel room finishing the same episode as the last time you joined us. So again, you've got me recapping what has happened over the last 2 days on our ride. Last time we left you, we were in Stewart's Point in New South Wales, staying at a pretty eerie religious convention centre. So I will let you pick us back up the next morning.
Don't wake the cultists. They're very cranky. They can get very ornery after a long night of not drinking or dancing.
We've woken up in our religious conference centre.
It's a cult.
It's
a nice cult.
It's about 7:40 and we are just packing up the bikes. We're going to head out in a minute to Coffs Harbour where we're going to get coffee and go and see
the big banana.
About an hour's ride. It's going to be cold, so I've got my big gloves on, and then we've got a massive ride to Brisbane.
They won't find us there. Tell them where we're going.
Beach. It's absolutely beautiful. There's no one on there. There's like one dog walker as usual. We've just stopped here for our brekkie. We're getting eggs and coffees, and then we're going to head all the way up to Brisbane. I've just booked the hotel tonight, so it is locked in. We are going to Brisbane. Just get some food and enjoy a bit of being out in the sunshine before highway for the day. Anyway, let's go and have food. Just stopped here for a bit of a break. Beach at the front, lake at the back. You can see by the sort of cut off pathways over there that it's been flooded. So nobody's swimming in the lake. And you can see as well over at the entrance that there's a barbecue section that's completely flooded. So it's obviously a lot higher than it would usually be. Yeah. Nice opportunity for us to stretch our legs, take a bit of time off the bike, and then carry on. We've made it to Lake Ainsworth, otherwise known as Tea Tree Lake, which is near Byron Bay, and it's famed for its rejuvenating and healing qualities of the tea tree stained lake. So you can see the tea staining from all of the tea trees that they're the sort of gnarled looking trees. Yeah, so healing, rejuvenating, really harmful bacteria and debris. It's going to be the last leg now. We are heading to Brisbane. It's going to take about an hour.
Harry needs to get his hair cut, so we're gonna go to the barber shop.
I need a haircut.
Yep. It's gonna get dark by the time we get there, but that's okay. Harry's gonna lead.
Had to stop, needed a haircut, and the guys at Empower thankfully stayed open for me. Absolute legends. We're gonna have to tag them.
Long day.
Really long day. Short hair though.
Yeah, it looks good. Less cockatoo-like.
It's kind of like a compliment.
Yeah. So I think the big thing that we could say about today is that we achieved what we set out to achieve, which was to travel a long distance. We did almost 500k today, which is a lot for us. I think Harry was feeling it by the end.
I was nearly passing out from tiredness. I just passed out and had a nap on some lawn in front of somewhere. And then by the last leg, I was starting to get grumpy with Liz for not keeping up with me in traffic and meaning that I had to keep manoeuvring and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of driving in the dark, so we have been trying to avoid that. Anyway, we're going to have an early night, so that you can get a bit more sleep. And tomorrow we're not really sure what we're going to do yet. There's a few options.
All of them are awesome. So the three options are, the longest shot, the least likely, is there is a chap called AJ, claims to be the reincarnated Jesus of Nazareth. And I've emailed him a few times over the past few years. And again, yesterday, hoping that we might be able to just doorstep them and get an interview, because he runs a religious organisation. It sounds a little bit like a cult. And if that doesn't work, we've also messaged somebody that Liz found, which is, what did you say, the Jurassic Ark?
Yeah, so it's a place that tries to do experiments, scientific experiments to prove the Bible, prove the creationist Bible. So
that should be
really interesting. Yeah. So we'll see if we can go there. If not, we also are around an area called Glasshouse Mountains, which is supposed to be fantastic for four-wheel driving, off-roading, so we'll do some dirt riding, which, that's not a bad consolation prize, I don't think.
It's a pretty good fallback. Yeah. So let's get an early night's sleep so we can get out on the road and ride early.
Yep, catch you in the morning.
See you in the morning. It's 8 a.m. We're in Brisbane.
Time to get going for another day. First stop.
Coffee. Going to go see an old mate, the guy who named the channel, and have some coffee with him.
Yeah, and then we didn't get a response from two of the places we were looking to go, from the religious places, so I think we're going for the muddy trails option.
Which is terrible, just the worst.
Yeah.
Worst outcome imaginable.
Exactly. Anyway, best get going.
Hello. Hi there. My name's Harry. Is this Daryl from the Creation Arc?
Yes, it is.
Hi. I sent you a message, possibly a bit too late last night. I was just wondering if we might be able to come past and visit today.
Today?
Yes, I know it's very late notice.
Okay. You might come tomorrow by any chance,
We're on a sort of whirlwind tour on motorbike, so tomorrow will be a bit late. We'll be heading north.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Where are you now?
We're in Brisbane.
Now?
Yes, yeah, we're in Brisbane right now.
Okay. When do you expect to be here?
What time do you think? I just asked my partner. Probably by 1.
By 1? It'll be a whirlwind tour. So
Sure.
An hour and a half.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, see you there.
Okay. See ya.
Bye.
That's great.
Yeah, fantastic.
Okay,
So,
let's have a very quick look at the route.
Be true to yourself. No, just have a wicked time, man. I know that you guys will just enjoy every part of it. Enjoy the world and what life has to offer and all the crazy people you're going to meet on your journeys.
Swing around like this. Silica experiment. How fascinating.
And so you wouldn't happen to be tourists from abroad, would you?
No, we're about to do a world trip though. We're setting off from Australia.
Okay.
And we're heading up to Darwin to start the abroad section.
Most of the geologists will tell you that took millions of years to form.
So you feel that one was made overnight?
That was overnight. Yeah. That was glued onto a piece of rock. And again, you can see that was glued onto a flat piece of rock. So these were formed overnight.
So you don't think there's a chance that was like exposed during the storm but made during it? Because that would be amazing.
He walked each time. He walks the beach before the storm, and then he walks the beach after the storm. And he's a geologist, so he's not going to miss something like that. And it was actually similar to Bishop Usher's age for the Earth, which was about 4004 BC.
And where did that 4,000 years come from originally?
He added up the genealogies in the Old Testament. If you believe in millions of years, then that's all rubbish.
Right.
But if you believe that God exists, He can do miracles, then there's actually no scientific reason why that has to be millions of years old.
Next, Daryl showed us a fascinating experiment they've got set up, where they are making stalactites using a concrete half-pipe and some organic matter to challenge the mainstream conception that stalactites take millions of years to form. As you can see by the date on the top of the container, these ones have formed far quicker than that. They've also made some quite cool experiments with putting organic matter in Ziploc bags with some clay, which produces a black substance, which is flammable and smells like coal and leaves an oily residue, which they then conclude is coal, showing that, as you can see there, process rather than extraordinary amount of time is key to the production of coal. While these are all indeed fascinating, I'm not now a young Earth creationist. I do still think the Earth is probably a little bit older than 6,000 years. It did propose to me an interesting question of how would I go about questioning or challenging these ideas which scientists have presented to me, or should I just blindly trust them? What was interesting to me, though, is Daryl isn't a geologist, so I wanted to ask him about his reason for working here.
And so I was wondering, that's why I was wondering if some of this for you, because you'd said you'd done ministry in PNG, is about showing, like, about moving away from or to deter kids from that more like relativistic view of morality
Well, it's not so much I want to force somebody to believe the way I believe.
Yeah, no, you don't have that style about you.
But the world is, take the media. The media is forcing you to believe one way. And if you disagree, they crucify you. Right? Just like social media.
Yeah.
You get crucified. You come up and say, look, I don't believe that sexuality is correct. You get crucified by all of these extremely tolerant people. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? For example, if you were to say, I don't think we should be pushing sexual fluidity onto 3-year-olds.
Just talking about that this morning with a friend.
I mean, who's the only group of people in the world who will benefit from sexualising 5-year-olds?
Yeah.
There's only one group that's interested in sexualising very young children, isn't it? Sometimes I wonder who's behind it all.
And do you think there is someone behind it?
Oh, yeah, there are people behind it.
Right.
Whether there's one big
organised thing there, that's kind of what I meant.
I don't know. I doubt it very much. People just aren't organised enough. They fight too much. There'll never be a one world government. If there is a one world government, well, the western half will be fighting the eastern half, or the northern half will be fighting the second half. The southern
just
half.
create an opening for the breakaway.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for showing us around. It was really, really good.
I know it was really last
minute. So last minute.
No, that's all right. Taking some time out of your day. It was really fascinating.
I guess that was a bit of an unusual stop for you guys to watch. We stayed there for hours, thought it was really interesting. The guy was so nice to open for us because it's just us two, last minute coming round. I don't know, what did you think about it? I know it wasn't about motorbikes as such, it was more kind of about critical thinking and fossils and geology. I don't know. Yeah, Anyway, we had to make our way to somewhere to stay, and because it was getting dark again, we thought we wouldn't go too far. And that was it for those 2 days. Even though we have travelled quite a bit over the last couple of days, we had quite a tight schedule for the part of the journey in Australia, so we're getting a bit nervous about timings. We had set originally 6 days for us to get to Cairns, but we did have 2 days to play around with. So given we've done 4 days, we've still got 1,500 kilometres to cover. So I think we're going to need those other 4 days to get us up to Cairns. Not sure where we're going to go, but you'll have to check. You'll have to come and follow us and watch the next episode to see what we do, because I can't tell you. I hope you like this episode, though. Please do subscribe and give us a like if you enjoyed the episode. Also, comment below what you thought. Thanks, guys. See you in a few days.
7:30. We are walking down a highway to the pub for dinner, hoping that we make it before they close dinner service for the evening. And Harry's just calling ahead to make sure that they will still serve us. Oh,
Make me lose weight.
why? What did they say?
You said you're fine.
Oh, good.
Please give us feedback on this, because I am considering putting these kind of chats on our second channel, or making them something for Patreons only, because I know this is not everybody's cup of tea, but then again, maybe you are interested in the interesting people we meet along the way. So let us know in the comments down below what you think about this. And also, for those keen debunkers out there, can you spot the error in this argument about the rapid formation of fossils?
And a drowning animal gets to the point where all the muscles go tight just before they inhale the first breath of water. So this animal, not only did it drown, but had to be buried very quickly. Not 1 millimetre per year.
Yeah.
The explanation is often